I messed up. Hey guys, so in this video, I wanted to talk about messing up, right? And I ain't talking about nothing too crazy, you know, messing up in your relationships or anything like that. I'm talking about messing up on your goals, messing up on your plan, you know. I'm talking about, you know, fitness and health and business, and sometimes we mess up, right? And when I say we mess up, you know, what does that mean? Well, you know, we fall off course, we get off the track. You know, we kind of take a step back. Sometimes it happens to everybody. It happens to the best of us. It happens to the worst of us. It just happens, right? So, you know, when I say that, like, I've been messing up lately. I know what I have to do, but I'm not doing it, you know, or I have a plan, but I just can't stick to it, right? And I talk to myself, and I talk to friends, and I kind of, you know, I don't know if I'm creating an excuse, but I feel like mentally I'm just not in that place that I need to be in order to achieve this goal or stay on this course, right? So sometimes I feel like I'm not in the right headspace to kind of get to that next level. So I don't know if it's just something internally in my own head, in my own mind, that's stopping me from kind of being strict and moving forward and kind of doing what I know I need to do, because I know what I need to do. I've done it before. You know, if you've watched some of my other videos, I've shared with you that I was, you know, over 270 pounds at one point in time, just a few years ago, and I dieted down and exercised down. I tried to learn as much as I could about fitness and health, and I did it all the right ways, in my opinion, of kind of getting to where I needed to be. I got all the way down to 196. And I maintained that from from 200 to 210. I maintained that for well over a year, being very happy in that space. I give or take 5 pounds in that 200 to 210 range, kind of fluctuating from week to week and stuff. But felt very good, very confident with that. Got to a point where I wanted to put a little bit more size on, so I decided to bulk in 2015, and then all of 2015 was ended up being bulking, and here we are, almost into 2016. And I've tried to diet down this year, but it's been a struggle. It's been tough because, like I said, I just don't know if I'm in that right place to be so strict with my diet. There's a lot of things going on in my life right now, and I have a lot of stress and worries and priorities and distractions, and just worrying about being strict to the point where it becomes another stressor for me. I just don't know if I'm willing to be there right now in my life. There's a lot of things that goes on in everybody's life, and I think sometimes you have to prioritize, not necessarily prioritizing your health over other stuff, but prioritizing what you are or are not able to deal with mentally, dealing with stress, because I've said this in other videos, stress is the #1 killer. They've linked it to chronic diseases and multiple health problems. So sometimes you have to take a step back and say, hey, you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to go and binge eat, 20 pizzas in a day, but at the same time, I'm not going to restrict my calories to the point where I'm starving to death. I'm not going to restrict what I am able to eat to the point where I'm driving around angered because I can't eat any of these things because it's so difficult and so hard to eat on a certain level, eat on a certain plan. I don't think that's healthy, right? When you try to justify all this restriction and all this mental anguish to do some positive with your health, I think there's underlying issues there, and you actually start creating an unhealthy relationship with food and nutrition in general, and then that just hurts you long term, right? Once you build this unhealthy relationship, it's so hard to break that down because it's become so ingrained in you, and time goes on, and it just builds and builds and builds, and then after a while, you have just a really terrible relationship with food for one reason or another. And I think that's a problem. So, we talk about these diets and we talk about doing all these things, but until you can get to a space where you feel in your heart of heart and your soul of soul that you are committed to this, then that's when you are going to achieve success, right? They talk about addicts. Addicts, they don't want help. You can't help them until they want the help, right? Until they've reached a point where they want the help, that's when you can help them. I feel like the same way with nutrition and eating and health and stuff. You're never going to be healthy until you get to a point in your life when you have to be healthy mentally, physically, and you get to that point where, I'm not going to say it's rock bottom, but it's to the point where you have to have these changes in your life. Now, right now, I'm not unhealthy. I'm a little heavier than I like to be, but I'm not that much heavy. I have a pretty good foundation. I'm very muscular, Yeah, do I have some love handle weight on? Absolutely. Would I love to get rid of it? Absolutely. But am I willing to take on all the extra sacrifices and stress and pain and anguish to get there? I'm not yet. Unfortunately, you know, I don't know if it's a good thing to be able to admit to yourself when you're ready or not, but I think it's the truth, and I think it's very important to be able to say that out loud, like either you're ready or you're not ready. I'm not ready right now. So, that, like I said, that doesn't mean I'm going to go out and eat 20 pizzas. I'm still going to be mindful of what I'm eating. I'm still going to try to track, you know, my food and some macros. I'm still going to make good choices, but I'm definitely not going to beat myself up mentally, emotionally, to hit this goal. I mean, as it stands now, I've been losing weight every day for the past week, but it's all water weight. You know, anybody that's been around fitness long enough and has gone through weight changes understands the difference between water weight, muscular loss, and fat loss. So at this point in time, I'm really just losing a bunch of water weight. As I've been hitting the gym every day this week and been having great workouts and tracking all that stuff, you know, I'm definitely burning, you know, some fat along with that water, but it's definitely a 70-30, you know, water to fat ratio or higher. So really excited to get back on the grind, but definitely not going to sacrifice my mental health to hope that my physical, you know, health improves, because right now I'm not sick. Right now I am, you know, I'm feeling pretty good in my body. I think we all like to lose a couple pounds from time to time. That's where I'm at right now, but it's only gonna be harder, right? As we go into the holiday season, yeah, the temptation of food, the temptations of holiday parties, of the holidays themselves, you know, those days, it becomes harder and harder. Do you want that added pressure on top of just the holidays, right? You gotta find the budgets to get presents for your family, decorate your house, go from holiday to holiday, the movements and all the things that are going on top of all your normal life. So, you know, do you really want to restrict yourself even more during that time period? Me, I don't think I'm there yet. So, you know, I hate to say the new year is going to be a new me, because I think it's going to be the same me, but I am excited to say that hopefully I have a new focus and I can redirect some of the energies I've been putting into all these other things into maybe more nutrition, and kind of getting on par there with that aspect of my life. Because right now I just have so much going on that, like I said, I'm not going to go crazy, but I'm darn sure I'm not going to create added stress for myself. So with that, guys, just wanted to make a quick video talking about it, you know, you know, the stress of falling off the wagon or messing up, and especially knowing when you've messed up, you know, you either adjust or you get back on to what you got to do, right? You know, you move on to the next thing. So with that, guys, I'll talk to you in the next video. Make sure you subscribe, like this video for more content. Putting out, you know, videos as much as possible, usually weekly. So until then, talk to you later.